Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhuvyeva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Bhagavati Vasudha Devidasi from Mangalore, India. Please forgive me for stopping all of you from ecstatic chanting. Let us move on to the next part of the session. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name given by Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures and portions to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success Krishna Prema. So once again, I thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to the next part of this session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all are joining the call today?
हरे कृष्ण भगवती वसुधा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Arvindas Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Prabhuji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Virendra Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
No.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavinda. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Balavrinda, please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. And all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Leela Devi Dasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavatam Mataji. My humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Parampavani Shamati Dasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Param Kavani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, do not pranam. This is Rakesh from Hyderabad.
Hare Krishna Rakesh Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Prabhuji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, all glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna Susmita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, is there anyone who would like to introduce in the call today? Okay, I welcome all of you once again. Thank you everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are really fortunate to have His Grace Braja Mohan Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 7.10.65 and 66. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to hand over the call to Susmita Mataji for a brief introduction on Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much Mataji for giving me the opportunity. Hare Krishna dear devotees. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Brajmohan Prabhuji on the call. His Grace Brajmohan Prabhuji is a monk, a life coach and an inspirational speaker. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and a resident monk at ISKCON Chowpatty in India. He is a student mentor at Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, where he also earned a BTech degree. Prabhuji has a Master of Science degree in Quantum Physics from University of Illinois, Chicago. Brajmohan Prabhuji has given seminars on science, spirituality, leadership, relationships, and self-development. He has been speaking on various topics at prestigious universities and at several corporations in the US and in India for over a decade. Using ancient wisdom for current dilemmas, his message inspires the audience to think deep, act right, and live full. Here is a brief introduction of Prabhuji Mataji. Now I will hand over the call to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. We are waiting for Prabhuji. Is there anyone who would like to introduce in the call when Prabhuji joins?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Valli Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you Mataji for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all our Guru Maharajas, all glories to your services, Mataji. This is Nina from Naperville, Chicago.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the Vaishnavas. Thank you Mataji for your presence in this call. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, we can start reading the shlokas till Prabhuji comes. Or we can sing some bhajan. Yeah.
Shall we read the shloka, Mataji? Is that okay? Or does Prabhuji want to come and read?
Yeah, we can read, Mataji.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Canto 7, Chapter 10, Text 65 and 66. अथासौ शक्तिभिः स्वाभिः सम्भो प्राधानिकं व्यधात् धर्मज्ञानं विरक्त्य वृद्धि तपो विद्या क्रियाधिभिः रथं सूतं ध्वजं वाहन् धनुर्वर्मा सरादीयत् सन्नद्धो रथम् आस्थाय सारं धनुर्उपादते. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Narada Muni continued. Thereafter, Lord Krishna, by his own personal potency, consisting of religion, knowledge, renunciation, opulence, austerity, education, and activities, equipped Lord Shiva with all the necessary paraphernalia, such as a chariot, a charioteer, a flag, horses, elephants, a bow, shield, and arrows. When Lord Shiva was fully equipped in this way, he sat down on the chariot with his arrows and bow to fight with the demons. Purport, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 12, 13, 16, Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Lord Shiva is the best of the Vaishnavas, the devotees of Lord Krishna. Indeed, he is one of the Mahajanas, the 12 authorities on the Vaishnava philosophy. Swayambhur Narada Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Muni, etc. Lord Krishna is always prepared to help all the Mahajanas and devotees in every respect. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Although Lord Shiva is very powerful, he lost a battle to the Asuras, and therefore he was morose and disappointed. However, because he was one of the chief devotees of the Lord personally equipped him with all the paraphernalia for war. The devotee therefore must serve the Lord sincerely, and Krishna is always in the background to protect him, and if need be, to equip him fully to fight with his enemy. For devotees, there is no scarcity of knowledge or material requisites for spreading the Krishna consciousness movement. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji is yet to join Mataji, so we can chant maybe.
Yes, ma'am. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय
प्रणाम।
Bhakti Sangha conference call. Yes, Prabhu, we are really fortunate to have you on this call. We are just done with the introduction and we read the verse translation and purport also, Prabhuji. Now you can please take it.
Sure. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gauravartavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, devotees. Because of time zone difference, there was some confusion. So joined a little late. Excuse me for that. Herein we see how Lord Shiva, although he was fully equipped with all the weapons, still he could not defeat a demon. And Prabhupada mentions that a devotee is not worried about whether he is going to win in his pursuit of serving Krishna, standing for dharma. But a devotee does it out of compassion and out of that according to the need he tries to serve. We just concluded Ramayana, Dashara. We see Jatayu also was not concerned about whether he is going to win the battle or not. All he was concerned was that how can he keep sitting quiet when such a atrocity is being done on Sita Devi. And he goes to fight. And it said, that it was a futile attempt. Jatayu just lost his life. And what could he accomplish in going against this powerful demon Ravana? It said that when Ravana came to kidnap Sita Devi, he chose a very apt muhurta in which to steal. And he came right at the muhurta, and therefore he was successful to take away Ram, Lakshman, and for Sita to be alone. And then he captured. But as he was going, taking Sita Devi, Jatayu came, which was not in his plan, which was not he expected. And Jatayu, as he was valiantly fighting, first with words, first he rebuked, and then with his wings, with his claws, when he started to fight, his donkeys, Ravana came on a chariot of donkeys. His donkeys were terrified. And then it appeared to be he'll make the entire chariot get imbalanced. And then Jatayu one wing was cut, and then Jatayu falls to the ground. But Kambarama says that because of this battle, the muhurta in which Ravana had selected had passed away. And the next muhurta was Punarvasu muhurta. And in Punarvasu muhurta, whatever his object is stolen, it is Punarvasu. It is again obtained back to the person. I am sure Jatayu was not thinking about all the muhurta and other thing. He was just fully engaged. But somehow the universe and Lord Krishna's arrangement that even according to muhurta, Ravana could not be successful, or to speak of the activity. And so apparently it seems Jatayu was a total failure, but he was a success. It was a success because he could at least change the muhurta. So Lord Krishna's devotees, when they are in serving Krishna, nothing is inauspicious and nothing is a cause of sadness. There is always a chance for greater good that comes out of it. And Lord Shiva here is, and Parikshit Maharaj himself is amazed that how did Lord Shiva, get defeated, and not just defeated. He started to feel, in 66, 65 and 66. Later we'll see that he he felt very morose. I think the one when Parikshit Maharaj is asking this question. Yeah, Maharaj Yudhishthira is asking, for what reason did the Maya Danava vanquish Lord Shiva's reputation? How did Lord Krishna save Lord Shiva and expand his reputation again? Kindly describe the incidents. So, yesterday I was hearing one small episode from Radhanand Maharaj about how when they were in California long back, His Grace Mahaprabhu, who is no more there, they were touring, and Mahaprabhu, he got an idea that, and somebody gave him some 2 tickets to go to Disney World. And Mahaprabhu was very, enthusiastic. Let's go to Disneyland. But Maharaj was not that. And Maharaj think it is Maya. What will we go and do there? So then somehow, in great hesitation, both of them went. And there was huge line. Entry ticket is there, and there is huge line. And he was saying one of the main attractions of the Disneyland, where there was a huge line, was Abraham Lincoln speaking. He is no more there, but they made a diorama that speaks. One of these famous talks which he is giving to the audience. So that whole exhibit is video exhibit is very famous. And they saw a few other things, and then and some months later, when Maharaj was in India, he had gone to Kurukshetra. At that time, Kurukshetra was being handled by Shukadeva Maharaj and also a few other devotees. So the collector of the town of Kurukshetra had called for a meeting, and when they are all gone, so then he said, "I'm willing to give land to ISKCON, but I want to know what will you do to make Kurukshetra a hub of tourists, people who come to listen to Gita, understand Gita, and how will you make this? What will you make so that this place will be attractive?" And instantly, Maharaj said about that in Disneyland there is this effigy of diorama of Abraham Lincoln, which speaks one of his famous talks, and hundreds of people are in line. So if you give us a land, we'll make something like that in where Krishna is in live speaking to Arjuna the Bhagavad Gita, and that will be very attractive, very creative. And this collector liked that idea so much that he said, "Oh, wonderful idea, and how much land do you want?" And then the devotees, Shukadeva Maharaj said, 7 acres. And then the collector said, "I will give you 5 acres right in the prime place, the main prime local center of the city. I will give you 5 acres. And in the Bhumi Puja ceremony, this collector addressing thousands of people, he was continuously telling about ISKCON's this idea to make Kurukshetra have something that Disney has, and how thousands of people will be coming to see that. And he was mentioning again and again, that was his main point, that how we'll recreate the Bhagavad Gita visually. And Maharaj was saying that if Krishna had not given me that intelligence at that time to speak about that thing, then we never got that land. And recently, very soon, this January, the Kurukshetra temple is being opened. And I don't know if that same thing. And Maharaj was saying that that as Krishna gave me the intelligence to say it, so Krishna also will give the intelligence to manifest it. So at times, but at that time, when Maharaj had gone, he was saying that he was thinking it was a grand waste of time, and why did he go? But then sometimes when we are put into circumstances which are beyond our understanding, there is some direct purpose that the Lord has, which only manifests years later. Of course, I am not encouraging anyone to, or discouraging anyone to go to Disneyland or not, or that any type of this going or doing will result into something of service. But for those devotees who are like Prabhupada mentions here, that Vaishnavana Mita Shambhu, that Lord Shiva is the best of the Vaishnavas, and the main crux of a devotee is total alignment with Krishna's will, and he moves according to Krishna's will. That's why in Vrindavan they are called as Vrajavasis. Vraja means something that moves, and the Vrindavan, the Vrajavasis, they continuously move according to the will of Krishna. They are not fixated on that. This is the way we want to do. And Prabhupada mentioned that although Lord Shiva is very powerful, he lost this battle, and he was morose and disappointed. He was sad. And we see this aspect also time and again, that even some of the great devotees feel low at times, feel very disappointed at times, and it is human. Once Prabhupada was in one of the temples, and he was some devotee was continuously finding faults with all that is happening, and then this Srila Prabhupada, he said that, why are you speaking only negatively? This is discouraging to me. So Prabhupada, is he at a level where he can be discouraged? Definitely not. If he cannot be discouraged by all the troubles that he had in India, and when he came, he could have easily gone back. But that feeling, like even when Prabhupada was in New York sometimes, or he used to go and in Boston, he used to go and check when is the next boat ship to India, because nothing was happening here initially, and Prabhupada was feeling morose. And in Ramayana we see Hanuman feeling morose both before jumping to Lanka and after jumping to Lanka. Before jumping to Lanka, he was feeling morose because he was not aware of his capacity to jump, and all the monkeys, they were all feeling also morose, and some wanted to end their life, some wanted to go back to that cave where there was a lot of food items, which was mystical. And they said that why are we taking this trouble for Ram? And the loyalty was also getting disturbed because of that feeling of failure. But Hanumanji, as he was sitting, Jambavan comes to encourage, give him encouragement. And then he reminds him of all the powers that he has, and how he can easily jump. He just needs to have, regain his confidence and faith that he can do it. And just remember Lord Ram, and then just take the plunge. So, if you remember, Hanumanji was, especially chosen by Lord Ram to, complete this task, and you had given him the ring, which represents service, to be carried out the mission that Lord Ram gave to Hanumanji. So the mission was, and also the mantra. Lord Ram's name was there on that ring. So both the chanting of the name, the Naam, and the Seva mission, both were given by Hanumanji personally by Lord Ram. So even after being empowered, even after receiving empowerment, we see Hanumanji needed encouragement. That he felt, even after that such empowerment, he felt discouraged. So Prabhupada also had got that order that go and preach in the Western worlds. So just receive that order is empowerment. And Prabhupada was working hard to receive, but still, if he did feel low at times, but he never gave up the mission. So Hanumanji was not thinking that let me give up the mission. He was just feeling low, and then when Jambavan came and encouraged him, then he jumped. And then we see that after he jumped and he was searching for Sita, when he didn't find Sita anywhere, he searched in the inner quarters, he searched so many places, but Sita was nowhere to be found. At that time, again, Hanumanji was feeling morose and sad, to the extent that he wanted to end his life. He started to think that what if I go and tell the monkeys that Sita is not there, then all of them, they anyway had planned to end their life. So if they'll not end their life, and if I go to and tells Ram, then Ram will end his life, because he is in so much of separation. And if Ram ends his life, Lakshman will end his life. And if Lakshman and Ram end their life, then Sugriva and all the monkeys will end their life. And if this news goes to Ayodhya, then all the Ayodhya Vasis will end their life. Kaushalya will end his life, end her life. So in this way, he started to extrapolate. Usually how when negativity comes, it just makes a very horror movie out of that. Then Hanumanji thought, instead of ending all of their lives, let me end my life. But at that time, he seriously prayed to Lord Ram, and then he regained that confidence that I think it was not before finding Sita, it was after burning the Lanka. It was after burning the Lanka. But then he regains and he remembers. Of course, there was also some apparent temptation that he was seeing all these ladies in naked, and he was a brahmachari, and he was started to feel, what am I doing here? And then he remembered the purpose is I've come to search for Sita Devi. And it said that when Lord Ram, when Hanumanji looked at the direction of Ayodhya, then he remembered that my mission is that Lord Ram should take back Sita Devi back to Ayodhya. Everybody is waiting there, and I cannot allow these emotions to overtake me. And then he remember chanting the names of Lord Ram, he regains his confidence, courage, and then he continues to search for Sita Devi. At that time, he gets to know that, through some discussion, that Sita Devi is at Ashoka Vatika, and he'll go and find her there. So, and Arjuna also, before the war, he became morose, and after his service that he was given by Krishna to take all the Yaduranis, all the queens of Dwarka into safety, even when that was foiled by Krishna himself, who came as a cowherd boy, and he took away all of them. If he fought with Arjuna could not defeat him. And that time, he remembers the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, and then he again regains that I'm just a humble instrument, and it is the Supreme Lord who is planning. Things are not in my control, and I don't want to live a life where I am planning. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachi. That according to Krishna's plan, we all are moving, and Krishna's plan, is also prakriti, the whole karma that is there is also Krishna's will, that as long till a living entity fully surrenders and is gone back to the spiritual realm, the influence of karma will be there, and this whole theory of karma is put in by Lord Krishna only to make us more responsible. So even if something is happening because of our karma, there is the karma element, but for a devotee there is also, he sees that behind everything is Krishna's will, that without Krishna's will not even a leaf moves. It is not that Krishna is consciously saying, oh, now the leaf should move, now this should happen. No, Krishna has made a system, and behind the system is the Lord's will, how it should govern, and therefore Krishna, everything is happening by Krishna's will. And the devotee, when he feels morose, he doesn't get discouraged. He may feel disappointed, but he doesn't get discouraged. He continues his war with Maya. Therefore, the devotee, Prabhupada says beautifully, therefore the devotee must serve the Lord sincerely. And Krishna is always in the background to protect him, if need be, to equip him fully to fight with his enemy. Therefore, for the devotee, there is no scarcity of knowledge or material requisites for spreading the Krishna consciousness movement. So many times, in our movement, we see that devotees want to do some service for Krishna, something big or small, and then, we see that yoga kshema vahamyam, Krishna provides when a devotee is sincerely trying to serve. And sometimes if there is a delay, then the devotee understands Krishna wants me to work better, or in a different way, work smarter. But devotee's desire to serve Krishna never diminishes. And Prabhupada, we should give our utmost obeisances to Prabhupada for bringing out such devotional lessons from apparently because in this verse you will not see this that this aspect that Shiva became morose, and then and Krishna is always there to protect them. But it is natural that if somebody is defeated or is not successful, there is this feelings that will come. But a devotee may feel it, but he doesn't get influenced by these feelings. So I'll stop here and see if any devotees have any questions or comments, suggestions, discussion.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for this wonderful class and for sharing Lord Rama's pastimes and about Hanumanji too. We have a raised hand. Hare Krishna, Radha Jyoti Mataji, please go ahead. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna and pranams to you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My humble obeisance is at dust of your lotus feet. Prabhuji, you just mentioned that the desire will never get perish. I mean, there'll be no down. Even if there is a downfall, the desire to serve the Lord will be retained. How that can be sustained if one, even if we practice devotional service and say because of our nonsense behavior we go back to the material world because of, say, one couldn't stand with the devotional struggles, so the desire to serve Lord will also be diminished. So I need an explanation. Could you please teach on this, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Currently, our Shraddha, our faith, is in a very weak stage. It's just in a budding stage. So therefore, there is all chance that our faith and desire to serve Krishna may be removed, or it may not be that strong, or it may be motivated. But when we advance in bhakti, when we know the sign of advancement, as Krishna, as Gairaj Goswami says, is Shraddha, is that the devotee's conviction to serve the Lord is immense. So we need to develop this Shraddha, and therefore Krishna says, Maya Sakta Mana Partha, that Tashrunu, that if you want your faith in me to increase, then you need to hear about me. So when we hear, chant and serve more and more Krishna, although apparently that faith may not be there, faith is a very faith has two elements. One is philosophical faith, which we get from hearing about Krishna, how Krishna protects his devotees, the glory of Krishna. Another is experiential faith, that when even in our situation, if we are humble enough, if we are great, if we are observant enough, we'll see so many things could have gone wrong, but somehow or other, I could take the next step. And Krishna and things just started to fall in place. There have been difficulties, and Prabhupada's disciple Sham Sundar who says once they had no money to pay the rent for 26 Second Avenue for the next month. They were living month to month, and one day they went out to do Harinam Sankirtan, and somehow there were some dollar bills that were flying, and when they collected all that, it was exactly the amount of rent they need to pay to the landlord. So this is experiential faith, that when we are taking some risk to serve Krishna, we'll see that how Krishna protects us, how Krishna arranges things. And if we want our faith to increase, yes, we definitely don't want to test Krishna, but unless we take some risk, say increasing our rounds, when many devotees have, or people who are new, I'm so busy, or I don't have time, that how will I cater time to my children, this, that, if I chant 16 rounds. But if a devotee starts to manage and take that risk to chant more, serve more, he start to see that how Krishna gives him more time, or the ability to balance his life, so that he could give that time. So at a personal level, at a mission level, a devotee needs to gain this faith through taking some risk for Krishna. And if you're not taking any kind of steps towards Krishna, we will never really see that protection that Krishna. Therefore, often in Krishna consciousness, the next step, how will I take the next step, always seems to be very difficult, impossible. But only when we take that step, the step appears, the place appears. So with great hope. So one is philosophical faith that we need to gather by hearing, and another is experiential faith that we in our own lives, that Krishna has protected us. And in prayers to Kunti Maharani, Vishan Mahagne, when she's thanking Krishna, she also thanks Krishna apparently for in phases of her life when Krishna was not directly present. When when they were being burnt in that fire, in the Lakshagraha, Krishna was not there. When Bhima was being poisoned by the cake, Krishna was not there. But in that verse, she's thanking for all those incidents. And thank you, Krishna, for personally protecting me. So a devotee, he comes into Krishna consciousness. Then it's not that only after I came to Krishna consciousness, Krishna protected me. From his childhood, since births, it is only Krishna who is protecting me, and I'm only just becoming aware. So even indirect protection of Krishna through devotees, through situations, through other people, also Krishna is the one who is actually allowing this to happen, is facilitating this to happen. So I'm sure all of us have experiential faith, but our faith in Krishna gets more and more strong. More and more we want to serve him, please him. We take that step. Then we see how the step appears, where we are not falling apart, but we are falling upward. Okay.
So, Prabhuji, I have one more question. Could you please clarify? Say, if there is 100% of a faith, then how much percent of philosophical faith, or how much percent of experiential faith? A devotee, it will take a lot of time to have that experience in the practices. So, how far a devotee will hear the philosophy up till and until we are not transient or taking participate in that risk factor. So I just wanted to know how it really functions. Could you please teach more?
Prabhupada told us, daily hear Bhagavatam or read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So at least 1 hour a day we should try to spend hearing. And if situations permit where we go for a yatra, the Parikshit Maharaj took out his entire life, entire time to hear. So if the more we hear, the better it is. It is not just to gain faith; it is to please Krishna that we hear and chant. And when we hear, we understand that Krishna is pleased when we serve him. So let me also do some service for him. So therefore, our in the initial days, hearing and chanting should be lot, so that our faith increases. And also in advanced stages, hearing and chanting is there, but it is along with the service. Like Mother Yashoda, as she is churning butter, she's reciting different bhajans, different glories of Krishna. In her mind, she is remembering. In the initial stages, if we serve without this strong root, then in our sadhana, in our service, we may not remember Krishna, we may not know. But in advanced stages, sadhana and seva are together. One, I think Jaranivas Prabhu says that in the material realm, our main purpose is to hear and chant, and to facilitate that for others. We make all the arrangements, we do all the services, so that our hearing and chanting is the primary, and in the background is all the service. It's all preparation. Any service that we do is so that I can hear and chant better, or I can help some other devotee to hear and chant better. If we make prasadam we are making so that the devotees we are serving prasadam, they can happily eat and they can serve nicely. So a devotee And in the spiritual realm, it is serving Krishna that is the primary. And along with that primary service, everybody is chanting Krishna's holy names continuously. There is no need for exclusively sitting and hearing and chanting, but because they're attracted, even in their discussions, the gopis, all they do is hearing and chanting. There is no formal katha that happens. We in Vrindavan Leela, we'll never see there is a formal katha happening, because everywhere there is hearing and chanting and dancing that is happening about Krishna. And I'm sure that also devotees don't mind, like in Jagannath Leela we see all the queens of Dwarka came together because they wanted to hear those fascinating pastimes of Krishna and Vrindavan. But the service itself has hearing and chanting going along, like Mother Yashoda. So yes, at our stage we should prioritize hearing and chanting, and we should do the ratio that I was given in ashram is like 30% of our time we should hear, 40% we should discuss, and 30% we should execute. We should spend our time in execution. Usually discussion happens between god brothers, god sisters, equals. So when we are hearing something, then we also need to discuss, oh, how is this? So that can be done along with doing the service, or just for a discussion. And 30% of the time should be exclusively to do some practical physical service for Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Eternally grateful to you for your answer, and it really helped me to understand how to balance the services and understanding of the philosophy and getting into the association part. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Radha Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for this wonderful class. Prabhuji, it was very convincing that we have to very much plan and we have to serve. But one thing came to my mind, or recently this point is coming, or someone made me realize that this I is there everywhere. I want to serve. I want to take risk. I want to please the Lord. I want to go to yatra. I want sangha. I want sadhana. So, but it is to Krishna only. It is to please Krishna only. But still, sometimes is it overriding even Krishna? This I. If it is so, how to rectify? Can you please help me?
Okay. Good thought, good introspection. So first thing is, we can never negate our identity. We all have individuality, and we need to respect that I have an individuality, I have a particular personality and need. But when it comes to doing services that I am doing, Krishna says in the 4th chapter, Kevalam Atma Shuddhaye. I am doing this not to get credit. I am doing this to purify myself. I am grateful for getting this opportunity to do something. So if I want to go for yatra, that is good. But if I want to be seen that, oh, he's a very great devotee, he's a very sincere devotee, to have that, that hankering for respect from others, or when we are, when a seva is happening, and that we want to get the credit, therefore we want to do it, then it becomes selfish. Like, when devotees are going for taking darshan, if you step on others to go and I want to take darshan, and then you step on others. So when our desire to serve Krishna is not defeating, or is overlapping, someone else is troubling someone else's service to Krishna, then that desire becomes selfish. that. So therefore, we all want to serve Krishna, and let me play my, if there is an opportunity, let me play. Like when I go to some temple, when somebody, if I am, best is, to take blessings when we do any service. Then it is because of the blessings I am doing. It is not just because of I want to do, I am doing it. Because as long as we are doing what we want to do, we don't know whether it is really something that's pleasing to Krishna or not. So therefore, the usual policy that I follow is that I don't take up any seva without blessings, especially services that I have seen as limelight, privileged, or if there is a need, say when I go to a temple and no one is singing Gaur Arati, so then I sing Gaur Arati. But when I go to a temple and tell somebody, and there are enough devotees there, unless some devotee asks me to sing Gaur Arati, then it is it is not, all the service is a privilege. We don't just take it up. I want to worship the deities. Yes, we may have the desire, but the desire should be authorized by blessings. Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan, but he wanted to receive the blessings of his devotees before he could execute that desire. So when we want to go for yatra, then we should seek the blessings of our guru or representatives of our guru, or if the guru himself is organizing the yatra and he wants the disciples to come, then there is no need for separately taking permission, because it is the desire of guru. But still, we should always get our desires blessed by devotees, really see whether it is falling in selfish category or it is actually blessed. So anything that I usually do, any course that I have taught, any seva that I have done, I feel very uncomfortable if it is my own desire to do. But if there is an instruction or a blessing that comes, then we feel, oh, I'm serving the instructions of a devotee. And it is not like recently, this is a very personal story, but is one Radhanath Maharaj recently has been initiating a lot of devotees. And he was telling that in 1993 or 94, when he was being asked to be made to become the guru, spiritual master, to give diksha, he was very hesitant. He was not willing to take up that. How can I have disciples that I am not qualified? And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he came and he said, you should take disciples. And then Maharaj, in his humility, said, who will take from me? Who will take initiation from me? And that time Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, no, one day you will have 10,000 disciples. Don't worry. There will be many devotees who will want to take. And recently, in his initiations, so Maharaj said, it was a desire of Tamal Krishna Maharaj. And now after 20 or 30 years, I could fulfill the desire of Tamal Krishna Maharaj to have 10,000 disciples. So whenever we see some service being fulfilled, it is not because just we want to do, but it is being blessed by a devotee. There are many stories in Prabhupada's life, Radhanath Maharaj's life, or any Gopal Krishna Maharaj's life, where when the desire is blessed by our superiors or other Vaishnavas, then the desire becomes spiritually empowered. So thank you, Mataji, for asking that question.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. So each and everything that we take action, that should be through some devotee and through their blessing.
Yeah.
Then it is safe.
Yeah, then it is safe. Then we are clear that it's actually to please Krishna. It is not something whimsical or selfish.
Very nice. Very, very enthusiastic answer, Prabhu. Thank you, sir. Prabhuji, there are few questions in the chat. Radha Jyoti Mataji, would you like to ask yourself?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, Prabhuji, as you answered to the Mataji, so Prabhuji, if a devotee is not able to meet their spiritual master, then the devotee is trying to serve, and whatever the fruits will be, he offers that to his spiritual master, both Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. Then is this not a correct? Because there is no possibility for that particular follower to get instructions day in day out, for any services that are coming. So if a services are done at the end of the day, if that follower offers to his masters, is that consciousness not correct? Is it still selfish because it is not blessed? Is it how we should, it is wrong to practice like that?
We should always, take blessings of the parampara. Even when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we take blessings of our Guru by invoking their name and taking shelter. We take blessings of the parampara of Panch Tattva, and then we chant the holy names. So it's not that for everything Guru has to be there to sanction it. It is not that we understand the mood of the Guru. That's why we need to hear from the spiritual master regularly, so we understand what is the mood that he is carrying. And then if we have some senior Vaishnavas who are need not be directly, we need to check with the spiritual master, which need to be under the shelter, like in Chaitanya Lila. The Mahaprabhu had assigned different devotees for different locations, and Swarup Damodar Goswami had assigned people who are from Bengal, from Bengal. So we need to be under shelter of some devotee and take his blessings, and especially major decisions, there should be clarity, and rest of it, today what should I offer to Jagannath ji or whichever deity I have, there is freedom there, that I need to offer bhoga to Krishna, whatever best I can make, that is the instruction. But within that we can have our own choices. It's not that everything, there is no aspect of individuality in us. If the Guru doesn't like some particular sabji and you don't mind eating that, if offer, it is not an offense. It is not oh, you're not pleasing Guru, because Guru doesn't impose his individuality on his disciple. Because I do this, you should also eat this, or dress this way, or do this. The Guru is for the spiritual aspect of that service. It is not about the details of that. So details of that, we always have our own choice, our own personal wish in which dress we want to offer to Jagannath or Gaur Nitai. So all this, so therefore Prabhupada always said that the living entity has minute independence, and Krishna wants us to use our minute independence, but in the mood that I am ultimately dependent on Krishna. And then he prays even within that, Krishna, what can I do with my minute independence to please you? Okay, so be in touch with some devotees who are senior to you, who can guide you, and if they are also confused, then they can take that matter to higher circles. And
yes, Prabhuji. So my understanding is for the major decisions that we are supposed to take about the devotional service, or about our behavior or the life that we are leading towards devotional path. For that, we should always concern or inform our seniors or the masters. But for the minute services that we carry every day, which is
Yes,
not
yes.
up to that difference, then we can do that. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, so there is one understanding. So, Prabhuji, if we hear our spiritual master every day and we understand his teachings, or we try to understand his instructions, basically how he look into the perspective of devotional service, so our behavior should incline with his instructions. That is also a kind of service we do to him. Is my understanding correct, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, yes. Our life
Thank
is
you so much, Prabhuji.
also our offering to our Guru. So it is not just what we do, but how we behave is also reflects our mood. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Eternally grateful to you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Prabhuji, there is one last question in the chat. Hemangi Gopeshwari Mataji is asking how to stay enthusiastic in Krishna's service.
We will not always be enthusiastic in Krishna's service. That was the essence of the class, that there will be ups and lows. We may be disappointed, or as there is a saying, we may lose a battle, but never give up the war against Maya. So it is human, it is a part of this being in this world that we'll all go through, but our commitment is not dependent on our feelings and enthusiasm. Prabhupada says, endeavor executed with intelligence in NOI. So enthusiasm is a symptom of faith. Where there is faith, there is enthusiasm. If we start to see my enthusiasm is going down, that means somewhere my faith that what this thing is, what this holy names are, what is this katha, my faith is somewhere being covered over. It may not be lacking, but it is not consciously very much present. So therefore, nityam bhagavata sevaya shushusho shraddha dhanasya vasudeva kataruchi syan mahat sevaya vipra punyatirtha nishevana. So enthusiasm comes when we receive blessings, when we serve devotees, Guru, the mission, and also when we regularly hear and chant, then we receive enthusiasm. I often see that on days when when I read Bhagavatam for a long time, then there is greater spirit to serve, to do something. So for Vaishnavas, Bhagavatam is that the dose that we need to take every day to remain enthusiastic. That I think Jayadvaita Maharaj said that that devotees they stay in bhakti by chanting Hare Krishna, but they stay enthusiastic and happy by hearing Bhagavatam regularly. So this Bhakti Sangha Japa group has both chanting together and hearing together every day from very wonderful devotees all across. I feel very humbled when devotees call me here, because there's so many options, but sometimes they call me. So I come to just become enthusiastic by seeing all of your enthusiasm. So if you are with some enthusiastic devotees, we'll become enthusiastic. So always find someone who is enthusiastic. That's the power of association. At no point of time, all devotees will be down in the hole. Someone will be exuberant. Someone will be inspired. Seeing that, others can get inspired. Enthusiasm is contagious. Therefore, in one class, Maharaj was saying that when we go to temple or when we go for yatra, when we go for service, just remaining enthusiastic is a service, because that will inspire so many other to become enthusiastic about chanting, about serving. Prabhupada mentions about that, Charlie Chaplin's story, where his back part was torn, but he started to dance so enthusiastically that all others, they also started to tore their back part and they were dancing. So in this world, people are enthusiastic in Maya. So then others, become enthusiastic. But enthusiasm is essentially a symptom of faith. But even if you don't have, if you remain with devotees who are enthusiastic, you'll also get that enthusiasm to hear and chant.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this very, very wonderful answers, question answers and session. We are really grateful to you, Prabhuji, for coming in the Sangha and giving so much encouragement in to be in Krishna consciousness and in the path of Krishna, progress in the path of Krishna consciousness. We all are indebted to all of you, Prabhujis and Maharajs coming in this call. Thank you so much. We'll pay.
Thank you. Again, once again, sorry for joining late. I was in Denver. So in Denver, it was 5:20 a.m. So it was, I was not really clear.
No, Prabhuji, it was fine. We just read the sloka and yeah, we were correct with the time. Thank you. No problem, Prabhuji.
Hi Krishna Prabhuji, so sorry for waking up you early and making
No, I
you.
was awake, but I was, not fully ready for the class. I was
It's too early for.
Too early.
Yeah.
My mind was fully not together to think about the class. So, although I had committed 2 days back, but if I had got a reminder yesterday, then I would have been more alert.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
Obeisances to Prabhuji and all the Vaishnavas.
Vanchakalpatarupekcha kripa sindhubhyeva Vaishnava pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, koti koti dandat pranam.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai. Radhe
Jai.
Radhe. Prabhuji, koti koti dandat.
Gauranga
Nityananda.
Nityananda Radhe Radhe
Nityananda.
Nityananda